Marriage. Focus. Why do people get married? Think of as many reasons as you can. Describe a typical wedding ceremony in your country. A slight hint. Phillips Gary marries a stranger. It's not coincidence that weddings only come at the end of novels and films. The message is clear. Get married, the end. After 3 years in LA, I pretty much becomes immune to the average Los Angelino. But when the 24-year-old Californian let herself into my apartment, it was worthy of a raised eyebrow. Hi, I'm CJ. I met your roommate. He said you needed to get married to stay in the country. I'll marry you. It was that simple. I was only a couple of weeks away from immigration running me out of the US. But marriage? To an obviously met stranger? I looked her up and down. She had a flat stomach and most of her own teeth, I'd accepted. The true gravity of the situation started to become apparent when my fiance's mother called up to confirm the chapel. Apparently, CJ's family would be attending. This was no longer the carefree affair I had imagined. What was I doing? It was 11 a.m., 3 hours till shutdown. I woke up to a pounding on the hotel room door. CJ was asleep. The less I remember about this, the better. My best man was at the door to remind me I hadn't bought a ring, so we headed off to the mall. Fortunately, this was located next to a bar. Having enjoyed one last shifty 3 or 4 times, we were left with 10 minutes to buy the rings, grab a taxi to the hotel, get changed, and meet the limo. I hit the hotel rooms at a sprint. 220 US$ rings in my pocket. CJ was still asleep. Not only were we horribly late, but she still had to buy new shoes. I called the chapel. My picnic was unfound. Yes, I could reschedule. What about 4.2 or 4.35 or 4.5? I breathed a sigh of relief. Then CJ tapped me on the shoulder. You do love me, don't you? I hardly knew this person. I nodded and retreated to the hotel bar. By the time we were cruising along the street, the I love yous were flowing me freely. I love CJ. I love marriage. I even love the squirt, beard, limousine drivers. The first stop was City Halls for marriage lessons. We each took a form, requiring George's name, address, date, and place of birth, intending spouse. The laxity regarding identifications also came as a surprise. All you need is a birth certificate, no passport, no photo ID. Next up, the chapel. There was the family to meet, plus hearts of well-meaning people from places I've never heard of. CJ printed up to L, dragging me with her. We stood at the altar. She rolled her eyes each time respect and honor were mentioned, then giggled. I will. And that was it. I smiled and posed for photos afterwards, but couldn't shake the empty feeling inside. I just wanted my bed. The black clouds of night before lifting with the sun. Morning had arrived. I hadn't been dried off the will to leave. Maybe I could do this. So, CJ finally said, tell me about yourself. What do you do? Comprehension. Number 1. Where did the writer live? Number 2. How long has he lived there? Number 3. Why did the writer need to get married? Number 4. When did the writer first begin to worry about his coming marriage? Number 5. How strict were the official requirements for getting the lessons? Give details. Number 6. How did the writer feel immediately after the ceremony? Why? Discussion. Number 1. Do you think that the writer's marriage to CJ will last? Why or why not? Number 2. Do people take the idea of marriage seriously in your country? Number 3. Many people nowadays get married on tropical islands, in castles, even while doing a parachute jump. Do you think the wedding ceremony is important? If not, why not? Number 4. Do you think gay couples should be able to get married? Why or why not? Number 5. In the UK, the number of couples getting married is falling. Is the same happening in your country? Why or why not? Number 6. Would you consider marrying a stranger if it was the only one to stay in a foreign country? Number 7. How acceptable is it for people to live together unmarried in your country? Has this affected the number of people getting married? Number 8. Would you like to get married or would you be happy to live with your partner? Why or why not? Activities. A. In groups, look at the list of qualities below. Select the 5 most important qualities you think necessary for marriage. Compare your group's list with others in your class and discuss any difference. Physical appearance, sense of humor, honesty, friendliness, generosity, financial independence, age, parents' wishes, job, love, respect, patience, health. B. Write an essay. Marriage has no place in society in the 21st century. Discuss. Sorry I'm late. I had to get a tattoo removed. Ammunition box. Keywords. Marriage of convenience. Getting married for a reason other than being in love, such as staying in a country. Arranged marriage. Where your parents or family choose a partner for you. Shotgun wedding. Marrying because of pregnancy. A love match. Marrying for love. Handing hints. In 1996, there were 279,000 marriages in the UK compared to 348,000 in 1986. 2 in 5 marriages in the UK are expected to end in divorce. The average age of bridegrooms is 33.6 years, and of bride is 31.1 years. Many people cohabit, means live together without being married, but they are 9 times more likely to split up than married couples. 1 in 3 people say they get married to strengthen their relationship, where 1 in 5 marry because of their children. By the late 1980s, 40% of people getting married had lived together first. In 1960, almost 90% of American households with children under 18 were headed by married couples. By 1994, that figure had fallen to 75%. Networking. Find out more about marriage in your country. Books. Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. Films. Four Weddings and a Funeral, 1994, directed by Mike Nedwell. Green Card, 1990, directed by Peter Weir. Muriel's Wedding, 1994, directed by P.J. Hagen. Runaway Bride, 1999, directed by Gary Marshall. The Philadelphia Story, 1940, by George Cukor. Very Bad Things, 1998, directed by Peter Berg.